Good afternoon, Rhododendron Girls State. Let us bow our heads to thank God for all he has blessed us with throughout this week. God, we come before you today to give you honor and praise. We thank you for allowing us to travel here to the wonderful Wheeling Jesuit University, where we have had the opportunity to build our capacity and increase our skills. We ask that you continue to guide our hearts and our minds in the spirit of motivation, speech, and empowerment. Thank you for those who have provided leadership and guidance to us throughout the week. As we leave here tomorrow, may we continue to share the wisdom we have acquired. We are blessed to live in a country where women not only have the freedom to vote, but have the freedom to run for office. We ask that you watch over the newly elected officials as they carry out their duties as proud representatives of Rhododendron Girls State. Be with us as we journey home to spread the Girls State legacy throughout our communities. Amen.
Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof
Please join me in welcoming the American Legion Auxiliary Rhododendron Girl State Director, Mrs. Michelle Serbaugh.
Good afternoon, ladies. It is my pleasure to introduce an honorary Girl State citizen, a longtime friend of this program, and an instructor for us, the Circuit Clerk of Ohio County, who was just elected Vice President of all West Virginia Circuit Clerks for the West Virginia Association of Counties. Please join me in welcoming Brenda Miller at this time.
Well, good afternoon, ladies. How's everybody today? Normally, I would have been the one teaching you this week, county government and elections. When she did my introduction and said I was the vice president for circuit clerks this year for the Association of Counties, that's where I was at on Monday and Tuesday, out of town to be sworn into my oath of office to take the reins there for every other circuit clerk in the state of West Virginia. So I would like to welcome you here this week. This is my home. This is Ohio County, Wheeling, West Virginia. This is my home. So we'd like to welcome you formally to Wheeling for this program. And I'd like to tell each of you how proud of you I am. Proud of you. This is a wonderful program. You have to get selected to be here. And you should take that as an honor for your individual schools to be here this week and represent them as a rhododendron girl. So I am very proud of you, and I hope you are very proud of yourself. You know, as we go through life, there are a lot of things that we find we have to do. The big one, you have to discover who you are. How do you become the person you want to be in life? This week's been a big step for you. I hope you realize that. You also have to learn to be happy with who you are. You know, in life, when you look at many people, you just wished you were a couple inches taller or a couple inches shorter, or your hair was a little more blonde, or your whatever. You know what? When you get to my age, you realize there's one person in life you have to make happy, and that is yourself. So you need to do that in a way that you set goals in life and you have dreams for your future. So I always say, if you're going to dream, dream big. Don't just be one of the people that goes through life and if something happens along, you accept that. You need to set goals for yourself. That's why you're here this week. You're the leaders. So in this state of West Virginia, you are the leaders. So you need to set big goals, have big dreams, and then you develop those dreams one by one. This is my 15th year as circuit court clerk here in Ohio County. I never thought years and years ago I would be the circuit court clerk, be elected to an office. And look at everybody up here today. You've all been elected. You've somehow set yourself apart from everyone else that makes people like you, respect you. That's a big one. Respect you. But you have dreams and goals. Everyone around you sees that. That's why you're here this week, because this is your time in your life to make a difference today. You have to learn to be your own person. and stay true to your dreams and goals. If you got any chance to walk around Wheeling, we have great parks and different things here. I always take the harder route when I go up to Ogilby. You know why? There's a second little pond up on that second level. A lot of people don't even know it's there. But there's this great big pond at the bottom of the footpath. But when you climb up and you go up the harder route, there's a nice little pond at the top that a lot of people never see because they don't take the hard road. Nothing in life is worth having if you can't work for it and put forth the effort. And those around you on a daily basis will see you putting forth that effort, that you want to make something of your life. And they will respect you for that. And you'll see people surrounding you with great positive attitudes because they see you want to do something and they want to round you. When you get excited about things, that's contagious, isn't it? You like to be around happy people. You like to be around positive people. I do. Rosemary, look at her in this front row. She's sitting there smiling, shaking her head. I just love that lady. But that's how she is every time I see her. So that's a happy, positive person. And I love to be here and be around her. So that's what you need to surround yourself with. Happy, positive people that are excited about today, excited about the future, and they're willing to do something about it. You need to make sure in your paths that you choose in life that you always try to do what's right. It's not the easiest, but it's what's right to do. Sometimes people will be around you and wonder, why in the world are you doing something like that? I always say, it's the right thing to do. That's why. It's the right thing to do. It's not the easiest thing to do, but it is the right thing to do. You always need to remember that in life, wherever your life may take you, that you need to look for the right thing to do. You need to also be yourself. You get here, and when you go home, you need to tell everybody what a wonderful week you've had. Wonderful. Do you know why? You have grown this week. I don't know. I haven't tasted the food, so I don't know if you've gained weight, but you have grown. Look around you. Look at all the other ladies in this room. When you walked in the door, did you know a half a dozen people? How many do you know now? A lot. You have grown, haven't you, as a friend? So, now I haven't seen anybody at the mess hall eating, so you might have gained a couple pounds, but you have grown greatly in friendship this week. So that's because you've been yourself. You've been a happy, positive person, and everyone's wanted to get to know you. Running for office, one thing that's difficult, you have to be open-minded. Ooh, you have to listen to others. That's not the easiest thing to do. A lot of times we have our agenda. We know where we want to be. But sometimes you have to go a different route. Pick up a few other people along the way. Help them along. But in order to do that, you have to listen. You have to be open-minded. You have to care about other people. It's not the easy thing to do all the time. But no one said it would be easy. You're the leaders. You're going to show everybody else the proper way to do things. And with that positive attitude that you're going to carry right along with you on a daily basis, guess what? That's going to make everything a little easier for you. People are going to want to be around you. People are going to want to go with you and do things and spend time with you. That's why a positive attitude means more than anything. With that positive attitude, you're going to build such a good character. You're going to be known by being, oh, you mean that friendly girl that lives down the block that brought me in my newspaper when it was raining? You're going to be that friendly girl that helped the neighbor find their dog when it got loose. You're going to be the happy girl that they sat next to in church that sang beautifully, just like you ladies did today. That's how I want to be known. Isn't that how you want to be known? I would think so. But in order to move forward, sometimes we make mistakes. But you know what? If you stay right where you're at every minute, you don't move forward, you don't move to the side or the other side, you might be able to say, you know, I have never made a mistake. That's your first mistake. So, in order to move forward or anywhere in life, you have to make mistakes, but you have to learn from those mistakes. Nobody wants to be stagnant, and here you are, and you get nowhere in life. You need to educate yourself. You need to go to college. You need to help others every step of the way. That's how you become the person you're going to be in life. That's how you build your character. You build your reputation in life. It's by all those deeds. I would like to be known as the lady that someone sat beside that sang just a smidgen off key, but that's because I was singing. So I don't want to be the one sitting in the back of the crowd that doesn't sing and just sits there. So we need to look forward to our future. Your past is behind you. After this week, I think you're all ready to find your course in life, your path. Are you going to go up and see that upper lake? Or are you going to stay down here at the bottom where it's nice and simple to walk around and see the ducks and the pond? Or do you want to go up here where you might see a deer or squirrels and the swan on the upper lake? I'd like to see every one of you up here. So you need to move forward in life. You need to make changes. And that's how you're going to grow. Most of all, you need to learn to be happy with who you are, the person you have grown into. I always say my son wears a size 14 shoe. He has taken a lot of growing to grow into those shoes. So I think it's because I fed him, but his personality and attitude is just as big. So he has really grown into his shoes. You have some shoes on that you need to grow into as well. Help others, be kind, always be looking forward. You are very important today and every day. So never settle for less than what you deserve. Look forward, determine what's out there for you, and go for it. Today is your day. Make it the best that it can be. No regrets, no looking back. And every day, thank God for all of your blessings. right. We have some people to swear in today. I think that's the next thing on the agenda. So how about we move forwards and onward and swear these ladies in that you have chosen to represent you for the next year. We ready to do that? Okay. I would like to invite Erin Bradley to come up with me. She is your new president of the Senate. Thank you. I, and state your name,
I, Erin Bradley,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to uphold the Constitution
to uphold the Constitution
of Rhododendron Girls State
of Rhododendron Girls State
and to faithfully discharge the duties
and to faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of President of the Senate
President of the Senate
to the best of my skill and ability.
to the best of my skill and ability. So help me God.
Congratulations. Now I would like to invite up your Speaker of the House, Jillian O'Connell. Hi, Jillian. And put your hand on your back. Raise your right hand. I, and state your name,
I, Jillian,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to uphold the Constitution
to uphold the
of Rhododendron Girls State
of Rhododendron Girls State
and to faithfully discharge the duties
and to faithfully
of the office of
the office of
Speaker of the House
Speaker of the House
to the best of my skill and ability.
to the best of my skill and ability.
The next, we will have the swearing in of your senators and House of Delegates. Ladies, if you could just rise. They're all out here. Ladies, please rise. Please raise your right hand. We will do this as a group. Okay? And when I say state your name, please just state your name. Okay? I, and state your name, do solemnly swear to uphold the Constitution of Rhododendron Girls State and to faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Senate and House of Delegates to the best of my skill and ability. So help me God. Give yourselves a hand, ladies. Okay. I would like to invite up the Commissioner of Agriculture, Taylor Stewart. Taylor, raise your right hand. I, and state your name,
I, Taylor,
do solemnly swear
do
to uphold the Constitution
to uphold the Constitution
of Rhododendron Girls State
of Rhododendron
and to faithfully discharge the duties
and to faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of
of the office of
Commissioner of Agriculture
Commissioner
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me.
Congratulations. You ladies have elected Catherine Quillen for your auditor. I would like to invite her up. Catherine. Raise your right hand. I, and state your name, do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
to uphold the Constitution of Rhododendron Girls State
of Rhododendron State
and to faithfully discharge the duties of the office of
of the
auditor to the best of my skill and ability. Next, we have your treasurer, Maggie France. Hi, Maggie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Please. I, and state your name,
I, Maggie France,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to uphold the Constitution
to uphold the Constitution
of Rhododendron Girls State
of Rhododendron Girls State
and to faithfully discharge the duties
and to faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of treasurer
of the office of treasurer
to the best of my skill and ability.
to the best of my skill and ability. So help me God.
Your new Attorney General is Ashley Bruner. And state your name.
I, Ashley Bruner,
Solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to uphold the Constitution
to uphold the Constitution
of Rhododendron Girls State,
of Rhododendron Girls State,
faithfully discharge the duties
and faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Attorney General
General
to the best of my skill and ability.
to the best of my skill and ability. So help me God.
I'd like to invite up Peyton Panger, your Secretary of State. I, and state your name,
I, Peyton Panger,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to uphold the Constitution
to uphold the Constitution
of Rhododendron Girls State
of Rhododendron Girls State
and to faithfully discharge the duties
and to faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Secretary of State,
Secretary
best of my skill and ability.
to the best of my skill and ability. So help me God.
Congratulations. Now, you have elected justices, but I would like to first swear in your Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, Jillian Kinder. Please join me, Jillian. Raise your right hand. You ready? I, and state your name,
I, Jillian Kinder,
solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to uphold the Constitution
to uphold the Constitution
of Rhododendron Girls State
of Rhododendron Girls State
and to faithfully discharge the duties
and to faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Chief Justice of the Supreme Court
Chief Justice of the Supreme Court
to the best of my skill and ability.
to the best of my skill and ability. So help me God.
Congratulations. Proud of you. Now I would like to swear in the other justices of the Supreme Court, and if you ladies could just rise and we will swear you in together if you'd like to just come over here. They are Mackenzie Bosley, Tori Anderson, Jenna Liu, and Jana El-Khatib. That close? All right. Uphold of the office of Justice of the Supreme Court to the best of my
Help me God.
I was standing out in the hallway before we walked in beside this very nervous young lady. She's going to do a great job, don't you think? I believe so. She was nervous. She guided me right in here. I was so proud of her. So, Bonnie, you ready to go? You ready for your year? Then let's get sworn in. Ladies, welcome Bonnie Walton. Ready? Well, let's get this Bible out for you. Right hand. Ready, right? Make us proud this year.
Ma'am.
All right. Let's do this. I, and state your name,
I, Bonnie Walton,
solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to uphold the Constitution
to uphold the Constitution
of Rhododendron Girls State,
of Rhododendron Girls State,
faithfully discharge the duties
and to faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Governor
Governor
to the best of my skill and ability.
best of my skill and ability. So help me God.
Here she is. That's for you. Ready? All right.
Good afternoon, everybody. I would like to begin by thanking the American Legion Auxiliary and our Rhododendron Girls State Director, Mrs. Michelle Serball, for organizing such an exemplary program. I would also like to thank the American Legion Auxiliary Department of West Virginia President, Mrs. Deborah Fox, and Rhododendron Girls State Assistant Director, Dr. Rosemary Thomas. A special thank you is extended to my parents, who have continuously encouraged me to chase my dreams. This program would also not be possible without our veterans and servicemen and women. The United States military and its veterans are truly forever on our minds and always in our hearts, and we thank them for their service. I understand that it is not a right to be standing before you today. It is an incredible privilege and one I do not take lightly. Thank you, citizens of Girls State, for trusting me to be recognized as your 2014 Rhododendron Girls State Governor. I would also like to take this time to recognize the nationalist candidate, Marissa Bailey. Marissa has dedicated an incredible amount of time, and she has showed an incredibly profound work ethic. And Marissa, I thank you very much for running an honorable race. As I've said before, my position is meaningless without each and every one of you, and it really is an honor to represent you. Several speakers have reiterated the importance of hometown pride, and I would like to send a special greeting to my hometown of Charlestown, and also to my community here, Monongalia, for providing unwavering assistance and faith in me from day one. My experience at Girl State has empowered me to express myself as a strong, confident woman. I can only hope you have also found such confidence and conviction in all you have accomplished here. This program is fabulous because it gives hundreds of young women a voice and a vote, an opportunity to express themselves as intelligent leaders. We, however, are not limited to being leaders just at Rhododendron Girls State. Our communities need us to show initiative in accomplishing our goals. I strongly urge you to take newly acquired skills from here back to your towns. You do have the power to make a change in your state. It may start as a small change, but with a unified group of young ladies behind you, small changes can turn into a movement that progresses the status of female leaders in West Virginia and in the United States. I want all of you to remember that you are capable of succeeding in any endeavor you wish to pursue. We now stand one girl state united, and we will support each other no matter what. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for blessing me with this tremendous opportunity. I vow to uphold the principles of the program and serve every single one of you to the best of my abilities. Together, we will implement change, and we can proudly say it started with the Rhododendron Girls State Class of 2014. Thank you.
Hello, ladies. Hi. Last year at Girls State was one of the best weeks of my life. I learned many things about our government, our veterans, and just as important, I learned about myself as well. Up until that point, I always considered myself as someone who wasn't quite a leader, but wasn't quite a follower either. I was someone who didn't necessarily fit in with anyone, and so I found it very difficult to make friends. Coming to Girls State changed that completely. My first day at Girls State probably wasn't much different from yours. I wasn't exactly sure why I was here or what I was even supposed to do. I already decided before I arrived that I wasn't even going to run for anything. Well, you think that'd be the end of the story, but obviously it wasn't. Turns out all I needed was a pep talk from my junior counselor and the previous governor, Catherine Vandal. If I had to give credit to my inspiration, it would have to be to her. So, I decided to run for governor on a whim, not expecting to win. After I won primary, that's when my week started to really take off. I'm not sure how it happened, but at some point, I had finally realized something very important. The thing that had been holding me back all along wasn't that I was from McDowell County or my family background. It was me. After that realization, I think someone finally shifted in me for the better. When Friday came around, our farewells were bittersweet, but it was only the beginning for me and them. It was the beginning of our senior year of high school and quite possibly the best year of my life. See, when I returned home from after Girls State, it was a little strange. It was like I was seeing things in an entirely different way. I'm not saying I saw everything as being perfect, but those imperfections didn't stand out as much as it did before. Instead, I was focusing on the positive things in my life, like my family and friends. Oh, but there was one bad thing that still stood out to me even more than it did before, and that was disrespect for the flag. I think that was one of the most important things Girls State gave to me. It taught me about the flag and what it means. The volunteers here taught me of the sacrifices veterans and active duty military make. So I want to thank the American Legion Auxiliary for that, because I believe every American citizen needs to understand that,
so thank you. It was truly an honor to meet every single one of you senior counselors here this week and during my time as a citizen. Now, I can't forget to mention the friends I made last year. Fortunately, I had quite a few of them here with me this year. I want to thank every single one of my fellow junior counselors. I had an amazing time with you all last year, and this week was amazing as well. I am truly glad I had all of you here for me. I'm not sure if we'll see each other often after tomorrow, but I hope we can at least keep in touch over the years. Who knows? They may try to rope us, some of us, into coming back until we're like Betty Ray. Finally, I'd just like to say that I feel truly blessed to be here this week for not only all of the reasons I mentioned before, but because I got to be part of your Girl State experience as well. I didn't get to talk to each and every one of you face to face, but you're all such amazing girls. And I know that each and every one of you will do great things in life. Also, good luck, Bonnie, in your year as governor. Thank you so very much for this week. And just know that I'm going to miss every single one of you. That being said, let's not say goodbye, because I don't like farewells. Let's just say, till we meet again.
Good afternoon. Governor Walton, immediate past Governor Kidd. It is a pleasure to share the stage with both of you. I am here today to make a special presentation, and while Brenda Miller and I do not see each other all the time or talk all the time, we somehow stay connected because her message leads precisely to where we're going today, and that is one of looking forward. But as Brenda stood here, I will tell you all, it was heartwarming to hear her words of encouragement to each and every one of you about looking forward. But she knows, as well as I do, that you would not be at this place, we would not be at this place, were it not for the path that had been laid to create a program of the quality and caliber that is the Rhododendron Girls State of today. Having said that, we've had the conversations about hometown pride. We've had the conversations about new places that we want to explore. And we just heard the song, My Home Among the Hills. Now, chorus, the only bad thing about sitting in the place that you are instead of sitting up here and singing to the audience is you probably weren't aware that, at least in this section of the room, there wasn't a dry eye in the place. And there wasn't a dry eye in the place in part because we know that each and every one of you make up our home among the hills. What we also know is that there is a very special lady sitting in the front row who has given 46 years to this program and will continue to give more. She has to at least give as many as Betty Ray, and Betty Ray's given 107. But there is a lady in the front row who not only embraces the song, My Home Among the Hills, but she has made people look at their homes differently. She's made people think of ways that they can change their hometowns for the better. And she's made young women for 46 years, 17 of those as director, want to go home and make sure that people know you were there. Sort of like our song said, that I was here. Irene Weber has been a fixture for Rhododendron Girls State in one way. But in another way, she's been anything but a fixture, because a fixture is fixed. It's stationary. It's static. She was and remains and will always be one of the most visionary, dedicated, and forward-thinking leaders that this program will ever see. Irene, would you please join me on stage? Now, as Irene makes her way to the podium, I want to assure her that what I have the privilege of handing her right now, it is from the entire staff of Rhododendron Girls State. And you can say that they're Michelle's staff, or you can say that they're my staff, but we're always going to be your staff. Because it is you, it is your passion, it is your dedication that makes me so proud of my home among the hills. And I know that each and every one of these young ladies out here will have a different appreciation for West Virginia and certainly for Rhododendron Girls State. And I also want to tell you, this isn't mine. We actually got you your own. She saw this in my house one time. So when you think of my home among the hills, you must know that with every light that refracts through this beautiful piece of stained glass I'm about to give you, you have touched young ladies in each and every county in this state and will forever be in our hearts. God bless you. It's yours, it's not mine. I think you have to say.
I want to thank you very, very much. And I will tell you this much. Girls State is my passion and probably will be to the day I die. And I want you to know one thing. Being a part of it for 46 years has been amazing. I have met some of the most wonderful young ladies across this state that God ever put breath into. And I feel so honored to have passed the Girl State program on to an outstanding young lady, and you all met her. She's my daughter. With her and Dr. Rosemary Thomas, who is also my daughter. Girl State's going to be amazing. And as you saw last night, we were live on the internet. That was truly, truly amazing. So ladies, take the pride, take the respect back to your hometowns, and always, always let your light shine. Don't ever hide it under a bushel. Thank you very much, Rosemary, Michelle, staff. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I will treasure this forever.
Thank you, ladies, for your attention. I was going to let you stay standing. If the sheriffs and mayors will please rise with our poppy chain. And the rest of you should rise and stand in place as our stage party recesses. Tristan?